Yo, what is going on? It's your boy, it's your host, it's Rap Star Boxing fucking knowledge. Hey, look, man, I got some breaking news. And the breaking news ain't no good news. One of the biggest fights in England, one of the biggest legendary fights in England has been cancelled. The fight is cancelled, man. And I'm going to say that I read this on the Daily Mail. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was hyped up for the Chris Eubanks versus Conor Benn. And here we have the father who is pulling out his son. Chris Eubank Sr. said, I am not going to let my son fight at 157 pounds. I've already lost one kid, and I'm not going to be here to be prepared to lose another kid. So look, ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest fights in boxing has been cancelled. And I got mixed emotions. This was one of the biggest fights in boxing right now. And Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank was a big fucking fight for us. So I'm pissed. But let me read to you what I'm seeing on the social media. Yo, Real Boxing TV, the fight is cancelled, bruv. What's up, my brother? Wow, I know you guys were excited. We were excited, bro. Hey, Bruce goes. The fight is cancelled. The legendary fight against Chris Eubanks versus Conor Benn is fucking cancelled, bro. And let me read to you guys what I'm seeing on the social media. Give me 1 second and I'll read it to you guys, yeah? Well, look, Chris Eubanks Sr. already lost his son, yeah? He lost his son not long ago. And the weight cut that Chris Eubanks Jr. wants to do at 157, his dad said he can't do this. You're going to kill my son. You're going to kill my son. You know what I mean? And this is what his dad said. His dad said, I'm pulling him out. I'm not letting him go in the ring at a weight that my son can't do this weight. You know, when you go into a weight like that, I mean, maybe, you know, we can't be hypocrites. Look at what happened to Teofimo Lopez. He couldn't make weight. And Teofimo Lopez lost to George Kambosos and nearly died in the ring. So is it right for Chris Eubank Sr., who's a warrior, who was a legend, who's a warrior, who's a fighter, who's a man who took all the smoke, and now he's fearful? Is he scared? Are they fearing because he don't want his son to go into the ring at 157? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, this is the article on the Daily Mail. Everybody go check out the Daily Mail. Yeah, go check out the Daily Mail. Look, at the end of the day, I hope these reports are wrong. I hope these reports are false. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping Matchroom have not said nothing yet. What? No fucking way. It's cancelled. Hey, Brian said it was the KFC, bro. Nah, man, let's keep it real. His father came back and his father said to everybody, man, go fuck yourself. I'm not putting my son in to be fucking trapped. You're making my son go to a weight class that he's never been before. So for me, I can't say anything about the dad because that's his son, bro. That's his son. He knows what his son's going in there for. So look, this is what his dad said on the Daily Mail. My son's life cannot be put into danger. I've already lost one son. It can't happen again. Chris Eubank Sr. leaves Nigel Benn stunned as they were speaking about the fight last night. And he left Nigel Benn shocked as he claims that he's going to pull out his son now. He's going to pull out his son from the boxing match against Conor Benn to avoid any dangerous problems in the weight cut. He told Nigel Benn, I'm pulling out my son because I don't want any problems for this weight cut, for him to go into this fight with a weight drain. It could kill him. Chris Eubank Sr. is fear that his son could die, that Chris Eubank Jr. could die in the ring. And he goes, I'm not going to risk my son to come into that ring and he could end up dead. That's what he says. Chris Eubank Jr. Sr. also claims that he has pulled his son out of the fight. There are issues with the weight class, which has already been agreed, but there's issues with that. Chris Eubank Sr. has claimed that he has pulled out his son on the up and coming fight with Conor Benn at 157 catch weight, insisting my son cannot make that weight. And if he forces to make that weight, he could kill himself. Eubank and Jr. and Benn are due to meet at London's O2 Arena in October the 8th with a historic battle. But this fight is getting cancelled. Chris Jr., 32, wanted his father in his corner, and his father was disagreeing to come to the corner because he told his son that you are fighting at a weight class that you don't belong in. So from the beginning, his father from the beginning was not appreciated and he was not interested in that weight class. So let me see what you guys think. This is a Eubank Senior mind games. Hopefully it's just mind games, bro. According to the face-to-face, it was Eubanks who suggested that weight. It was the team who suggested that weight. Yo, what's happening to Eric Gomez, bro? Eric Gomez, what's going on, bro? Dimitar, bacon and eggs. The fight is cancelled, bro. The fucking fight is cancelled. The biggest fight in England. We were really hyped up, bro. Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank Sr. sons were going to fight. You know what I mean? The fight is cancelled. I'm pissed off. I'm fucking pissed off, bro. I'm keeping it 100. I was hyped up about this fight. I was hyped up. Dimitar, the weight class, the weight cut was too much. This is a big kick in the nuts, bacon and eggs. It's a massive kick in the nuts, mate. I'm proper disappointed. I am disappointed. This was going to be a once in a lifetime fight, bro. It is what it is. But look, we spoke about it yesterday, Peter. We spoke about that Chris Eubank Sr. has lost his son. He lost one of his sons, which was a boxer. He lost his son in Saudi Arabia. And Chris Eubank Sr. is a warrior himself. He understands boxing. He understands boxing. What he's saying is that he wasn't supporting this fight from the beginning. He's saying that they're setting his dad up. Yo, big respect to the boxing section. Now, let me tell you what they're saying, right? These people are saying that the father was never involved in the fight from the beginning. And the father did not appreciate that they're trying to make his son come to a weight class that he doesn't belong in. Now, you know, 3-4 pounds cutting that weight, that you've never cut that weight before, yeah? You've never cut that weight before. Remember this. Yo, smash that like button. It's breaking news. It's new news. Smash that like button, bro. Come on, mate. Smash that like button for your boy Rapstar. Coming with the breaking news. Chris Eubank Sr. is pulling out his son from the fight. Because 3 pounds, if anybody knows what boxing's about, 3 pounds is a lot of weight. Remember this, 3 pounds, if you cut 3 pounds, you're getting less fluid in the brain, right? If you cut 3 pounds, you know, and I know you could end up dead in the ring. Let's not sound like hypocrites, bro. We're all boxing fans, but we don't give a fuck about these things, do we? We just want to see the fight. But 3 pounds, if you cut 3 pounds, right, and you've never cut that weight before, never in your life have you ever cut that weight before, ever, you're going to end up dead in the ring. You're going to end up dead in the ring, bro. So I think that his father said, fuck this shit, bro. Fuck the millions of pounds. Fuck the fans. Fuck the fans of boxing. His father said, go fuck yourself. I ain't letting you go in the ring like a bitch. Chris Eubank Sr. said to his son, you ain't going in this ring to be set up like this. £3 is a lot of weight. You guys have to understand that. Yo, Jeff, Eric, George, Shadow Ban, Dimitar, £3 of weight that you've never cut before, you'll end up dead in the ring. His father said, you're going to end up dead. You're going to end up dead in the motherfucking ring. And I'm going to have to pull you out in a stretcher. I mean, his father's got a point. Smash that like button. His father's got a point. Yo, Chris Eubank Sr. has got a point, bro. His dad's looking out for his own blood. Would you not do the same, though? All right, look, fuck the fans. We're boxing fans. We're pissed. We're pissed off right now. I ain't going to lie to you. This is a fight that I fucking want to watch. But you're talking about a man's life now. You're talking about the man's son's life. Chris Eubank Sr. nearly put a man and nearly killed a man in Michael Watson. Chris Eubank Sr. knows what boxing is more than you and more than me. Chris Eubank Sr. understands boxing. So who is right? Is his dad right or is boxing is right? Because boxing wanted Chris Eubank Jr. to come in at 157. Right? And Chris Eubank Jr. agreed to the fight without his dad. And his dad was angry when he agreed to the fight. Are they setting Chris Eubank Jr. up? Are they setting Chris Eubank Jr. up to be killed? Because let's be honest, how do we know what that £3 feels like when you've never been at that weight and you've never been at that weight? Can you imagine? You've never been at that weight and you got to get to that weight. How the fuck are you going to feel like? But as fans, we just wanted the fight, bro. As fans, we wanted the fight. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, his father's like worried about his kid. His father knows his son. And his father knows that if he goes in the ring at a weight that he don't belong, he could lose his life. And his dad is not willing to take a risk with his son after losing one son already. Dimitar says, I understand, but they sold the tickets and now it's a no-no. Kevin in the building. Kevin says, good, Ben should fight Avenetian. Hey, look, man, if Conor Benn was ready to fight Chris Eubanks, I want to see Conor Benn fight Virgil Ortiz now. Fuck it. Conor Benn is a man that's ready to fight anybody. Let's throw Conor Benn in there with Virgil Ortiz. I want to see that fight now. I want to see Conor Benn, Virgil Ortiz, all the smoke if I'm not getting Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. Hey, J.O. says, so handle it the right way. Not now. They have done a press conference, a face-off, as a face-down. This should have been taken care of much sooner. Yeah, I agree with you. There's some fucking shit. The professionalism over here. There's something over here that they could have handled it better. I agree with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that. They should have handled this better, bro. Catch weight are trash. That would also be a sold-out fight. Conor Benn versus Virgil Ortiz. Let's get that smoke. Let's have that smoke at least, bro. Conor Benn versus Virgil Ortiz. That's the smoke I want to see. But I'm pissed. I ain't going to lie to you guys. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed off, man. What a big fight we lost. If the news is true, then this is one of the biggest fights that we lost this year. You know what I'm saying? Chris Eubanks, Conor Benn is cancelled. Now, do you think his father is using this to renegotiate the contract? I'm asking you a question, bro. Ralph, Peter, Con, Jeff, Star Fox. Do you think that his father is saying now we need to renegotiate this contract? I am not going to let my son come into the ring at a weight that he's never been before. He said, you guys are trying to kill my son. If my son comes in at 157, you might as well say that you want to kill him. You know what I'm saying? But let's read what the people are saying. Bacon and Egg says, hopefully they can salvage it by getting off the rehydration cap. All right, mate. Hopefully. Sly says, sounds like a little dramatic. I missed that one. This was going to be a rowdy fight. I'm disappointed, says Jeff. Con says, your guess is as good as mine. Ben versus Ortiz, says Sonny Chiba. Sonny Chiba says, I want to see Ben versus Ortiz. Yes, man, Peter, it could be play to renegotiate. Anything is possible. Peter says they could be renegotiating, and now Senior is going to renegotiate. Karma Serena in the building. Karma Serena says it's already signed. It's a bit too late in the game to renegotiate. Yeah, but then it's going to be cancelled then. If they're not going to renegotiate with Chris Eubank Sr., then he's going to pull his son out. So would they be able to do another contract? At this point, I don't know what's going to happen. At this point, I don't know what's going to happen, bro. I think the weight disparity is real. But why now he's why is he quiet until now? Hopefully Peter will see. They are from different weight classes. Weight classes matter. It does matter. It seems a bit sus. It is sus. Andre pulled out at 11th hour, nervous about agreeing terms. I feel sorry for the hardworking people who already put their money up, says Sly. Con says, sounds like somebody got cold feet. I know, man. It's sus, says some random. But look, you guys got to understand this. You have always weighed 168 or 160, 160. You in your life have never, ever, ever weighed at 157. Then you go in against a young lion, a young, hungry killer like Conor Benn. You agreed to fight at a weight class that you don't belong in. You agreed. He agreed, though. Now, he agreed, but his dad did not agree. Chris Eubank agreed, but his father did not agree. So at this point, do you listen to your dad or you listen to the fans? You know your father's going to look out for you. The fans are not going to look out for you. Smash that like button, bro. You know your dad is going to look out for you, but the fans are not going to look out for you. And maybe Chris Eubank Jr. wants to fight. He said, fuck it, I'm going to weight drain myself and I want this legacy fight. I'm getting millions and millions of pounds. Right? But his father said, fuck you. You going in that ring, weight draining. Now, everybody here, if you've never been at that weight, like J.O. says, very possible. If I'm Conor Benn, though, I don't get bullied into moving the weight up. The jump is already a nice amount for him. Maybe change the rehydration clause at most. Conor Benn got to do what's best for him also. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Maybe Chris Eubank Jr. coming at 160 is detrimental to Conor Benn. Maybe Conor Benn is in a very unfair advantage if they let Chris Eubanks have his weight at 160 with no rehydration clause. Maybe at that point, Conor Benn is risking his life. So they had to make the fight fair. They had to make it and slice it in the middle. And the only way they could slice it in the middle, they try to drain Chris Eubank Jr. They say, no, we need you to drain a 157. Look, man, it is what it is. The father is not going to let his son go into the ring to risk his life for your entertainment. You got to remember this, that there is no one else who knows that decision better than Chris Eubank Jr. I mean, senior. And Nigel Benn can't say nothing. Conor Benn can't say nothing because Nigel Benn nearly killed a man called Gerald McKellen. And maybe that's in the blood. Chris Eubank Sr. nearly killed a man. He nearly killed a man from Hackney called Michael Watson. So nobody knows it better than the fathers. But I'm a bit pissed off. I ain't going to lie to you. Even though Chris Eubank Jr. was putting his life at risk, I wanted to watch the fight. Toma says, yo, smash the like button, bro. Toma says, do you think Conor should face Ortiz? Yes. If you're going to risk yourself to go and fight a middleweight, then Conor Benn needs to fight Jarrett Boot Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. Fuck it. Put Conor Benn in there with Jarrett Boot Ennis. Because my boy Conor Benn wants that smoke with anybody. Now that's a fan-friendly fight. Let's get Conor Benn versus Jarrett Boot Ennis, bro. Fuck it. But at this point, I'm disappointed. As a fan, I'm disappointed, my brethrens. I'm fucking disappointed, bro. And I really am disappointed because this fight meant a lot to me. I really was excited. I was a little kid when their fathers had fought. And my uncles were really into it. You know what I mean? I was really disappointed today to hear that Chris Eubank Sr. is going to pull out his son out of the fight. You know, boxing is one of them sports, bro. We just lost a big fight now. Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank, that was all the smoke. And right now, his father ain't playing that game. His father said, go fuck yourselves. Hey, look at this though, the weight class. Con says Gerald McKellen was suspectable to receiving a brain injury because he would dry himself out completely to make middleweight. Eubank and Benn would understand the risk first-handed. It's true. Nobody else understands that risk than the father. Especially a father like that, bro. Now that's a fight I'd rather love to see. Nothing wrong with these young talents like Ortiz, Benn, Boots fighting now instead of them marinating the fight. Damn, bro, I'm highly upset. Punch drunk boxing. I ain't gonna lie to you, Punch. I was having a nap. I woke up. I see this shit. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. As a boxing fan, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Because as boxing fans, we didn't care if Chris Eubank Jr. was going to risk his life. None of you's ever made a thing about Chris Eubank Jr. risking his life. Going to a weight class that he doesn't belong in. None of the fans gave a fuck about that. If Chris Eubank Jr. came in like a twig, even if Chris Eubank Jr. could make weight and faint, how many fighters faint in the fucking dressing room? How many fighters who make weight and they faint? Man, I'm a bit pissed off though. I got mixed emotions, bro. I got mixed emotions. At the end of the day, I'm not in a mood right now. At the same time, yeah, I understand that this is detrimental to Chris Eubanks Jr.'s health. I understand that. I know there's no one knows better than his dad. His dad knows the best for his own son. I get that. I get all that, man. But I'm hoping that this is something, right? That this is something that they can work around this. I'm hoping they can work around this, bro. You know what I mean? But smash that like button. I'm hoping these people can work around this situation with this problem with the weight cut. Even though I truly understand Senior's concern, T.O. Senior should have done what Eubank Senior is attempting to do. And I truly don't think Haney should stay at 135. Well, keep the same energy, bro. Keep the same energy. Teofimo Senior should have done what Chris Eubank Senior is doing. See, Chris Eubank Senior don't give a fuck about the money. His son can get paid over $10 million. His son can get paid over $10 million. About £7 million. All right, mate? £7 million. But Chris Eubank Sr.'s like, fuck the money. You know how much money that is? Chris Eubank Jr. can pocket nearly over $10 million. 7 million quid. That's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money, bro. But at this point, his dad's like, fuck boxing. Fuck the fans. I'm not willing to lose my son. Now, we know that boxing, yeah, none of us really speak about the weight cut that much. And those 3 pounds, which are so detrimental, and then the rehydration clause. Hey, look, man, let's keep it real. Gerald McKellen's in a fucking wheelchair. Michael Watson went blind. We lost Patrick Day. So many fighters that we've lost because they couldn't do the weight cut. Now, I'm hoping what Cheddar Bob says, do you think is to promote the fight possibility? Possibly. I hope it's to promote the fight. I hope that they're changing the rehydration clause. I hope that Chris Eubank Sr. is using his brain to make the contracts so that in the back of the contract, they can renegotiate the rehydration clause. Maybe this is a trick that Chris Eubank Sr. saying, now, fuck you. We're going to have to work something here. You want this fight to carry on, you better work with us. That's a good point, Cheddar. That's a good point. Punch says maybe they could make the weight at 160 yet have it signed that Eubanks can't rehydrate more than 8 pounds. Look, Punch, at the end of the day, yeah, we understand that this 3 pound weight cut could, his dad said it can kill my son. But if you make it too fair for the bigger man and you make it so fair for the Eubanks, then you're putting Conor Benn life at risk. Are you putting Conor Benn's life at risk if you make it easier for Chris Eubank Jr.? If you make it better for Chris Eubank Jr., are you putting the risk on the younger fighter, the smaller man who doesn't belong in that ring with the bigger man? At that point, are you putting Conor Benn into a risk where he could end up dead? I'm only asking you guys a question. Either way, you got to play fair. You got to slice it in the middle. You got to slice that cake in the middle. And what's the middle? The middle is you got to drain that big guy. You got to make it fair for Conor Benn. You can't be just thinking about Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn is the younger boy coming up in weight. You know, you can't make it too fair on Chris Eubanks. But yo, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We are going to be live later on. This was breaking news. And I hope the news, they can work around it. But who are you to say anything? And who are we to say anything? You're not going in the ring, bro. You ain't fucking going in that ring. At the end of the day, I know as fans, we want to be selfish. But Chris Eubank Sr. said, go fuck yourself. Chris Eubank Sr. said, go fuck yourselves. Because this ain't about you. This ain't about us. This ain't about entertainment. This is about his flesh and his blood. And he says, you are not going to let my son go in the ring to kill himself. At the end of the day, I know we want to watch the fights. I got mixed emotions. But who am I to argue with his father, bro? Who am I to downplay his dad? Who am I to say anything? His father knows the best for his kid. You think his father's going to pull his kid away from $10 million, from millions and millions of dollars? Come on. That's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money. So I am disappointed. I got mixed emotions. But at the same time, I got kids. I got a son. And ain't no one going to take that advantage out of my son either. Smash that fucking like button, bro. But there ain't nobody going to take advantage out of my son. Let me tell you that. He was being weight drained, says Slivers Solomon. He's being weight drained. Boxing is greedy bastards. If something happened to his son, nobody will be by his bedside but his dad. Hey, look, man, let's keep it real. I got mixed emotions. I'm upset. I'm not getting the fight. But somebody tell me right here, anybody in the chat, is Chris Eubank Sr. right for what he's doing for his son? Let's not think about boxing, just be, selfish. I'm going to ask you a simple question, yes or no, and let me see how true you guys are. Is Chris Eubank Sr. right to be worried about his son's life? Yes or no? Or should he be worried about your entertainment and tens of millions of pounds? Absolutely. But him eating KFC didn't look good. Yeah, he was playing mind games. I hear ya. No, his son is fully grown man. His son should make that decision. Has worse than Kenny Porter. He's worse than Kenny Porter. It is based on a health concern. Then they should cancel the fight. Hey, Con wants to watch the fight, but Con is being real here. Con is being real here now. Now you guys are being humans. Now you guys are showing humanity. You're not showing me boxing fans. You guys are showing me real people here. The people in the chat are being real now. These people in the chat right now, they're not just hardcore boxing fans. They're being men. Bacon and Egg says, of course, he should. Peter Von Ark says, yes. WHP Wellbank, smash that like button. He says, health is wealth. Yo, the one and only General. General in the building says big up to Rapstar. It's cancelled. Yo, smash that like button, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let's keep it 100. We want to watch the fight. But was Chris Eubank Jr. risking his health? Was Chris Eubank Jr. risking his life to go in that ring? Could he have ended up dead like Patrick Day? Could he end up blind like Gerald McKellen? I'm just saying, bro. That was a major, major thing for Chris Eubank Jr. to do. But we as boxing fans are selfish. We wanted to watch that fight, and that's the truth. At the end of the day, let's keep it 100. If we watch that fight and Chris Eubank Jr. ends up dead, how are you going to feel then? You know, £3 is such a weight cut. Only the father knows. The father knows my son is going through something here I'm not willing for him to do. Fuck the fans. It's a very intense situation. It is a very intense situation. Will he do it against his father's wishes? Hey, let me tell you something about Chris Eubank Jr. He's a very arrogant guy. And one thing about the Eubanks, they got egos. One thing about the Eubanks in England, they are very proud men. Very proud. Eubanks is a very, very proud man. All right? Maybe Chris Eubanks Jr. might say, fuck this. I'm not listening to my dad. I'm going with Roy Jones Jr. Maybe Chris Eubanks is going to say now, I don't want to listen to my dad, and I'm going to go with Roy Jones Jr. And if he does that, he's wrong. If Chris Eubanks takes this fight away from his dad's wishes, I think that's wrong. That'll be wrong. That'll be bad. If Chris Eubanks Jr. says, fuck this, I'm going to go train with Roy Jones Jr. now. I'm going to get Roy Jones Jr. to come in the ring. To go against his father like that will be bad, to be honest. But hey, at the end of the day, you don't know. We don't know. Because he's going to get tens of millions of pounds. Is he willing to lose that life-changing money and risk his health? You know what I mean? WHP Wellbeck says he won't go against his father. Too much respect. Hey, look, I agree with you. But Roy Jones went against his dad. Teofimo Lopez went against his dad. Teofimo Lopez told his dad, go fuck yourself. I'm going to fight George Kambosos. Even though if the weight cut's killing me. Some fighters, they run their dads. But the Eubanks, you know that Eubank Sr. runs his family. And Eubank Sr. is a very proud man. He is not willing for his son to go in that ring with such a disadvantage. As a boxing fan, I wanted to watch the fight. And I knew that Eubanks Jr., I was giving him respect to go and do it. So at the end of the day, I have to also recognize that he's a father. I'm a father of my son. Would I want anybody to fucking slander? Would I want anybody to make it? Imagine if my son was having an unfair situation, bro. Imagine I throw my son into the dungeons because of money. Can you imagine? You got to respect Chris Eubanks Sr. here. He said, I don't give a fuck about the money. Fuck the money. Yo, Punch Drunk Boxing says Jason Rosario was in the hospital the night before the fight with Charlo. Nobody knew he couldn't rehydrate. low red blood cells, and look at how he was in the floor shaking like in a jab, like he was having the Holy Ghost, like the Holy Ghost had caught Jason Rosario. I remember that. I couldn't believe when he got knocked out to the body. But this is all because of weight cut. You know, when you do so much weight cut, you lose weight, you lose fluid in the brain. You lose fluid in the brain. Your brain has less fluid. And can you imagine that you're fighting on that day and Chris Eubank Jr. cannot eat any food? He can't even drink much water. Who the fuck wants to fight without even being able to drink or eat a little bit? So maybe, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's so detrimental that we don't understand it. Like 3 pounds doesn't sound like a lot of weight. But when you're a boxer and you've never boxed at that weight in your life, maybe that's something that boxing weight, you don't fuck with weight class. This is why I say you don't fuck with weight class, bro. And catch weight fights are not always the best fights. Catch weight fights are only there because that's the big money fight. And there's too much risk involved. You know what I'm saying? It's too much risk. At the end of the day, are you going to argue with his dad when his father knows the best for his kid? Now, let's hope that behind the scenes, there's something going on where the fight doesn't get cancelled. Let's hope that they renegotiate the rehydration clause, right? But at the same time, they can't make it too fair for Chris Eubank Jr. because they don't want to make it totally unfair for Conor Benn, right? But look, man, a big legacy fight it was, man. And if this fight gets cancelled, it gets cancelled. You know, Conor Benn's got a big career ahead of him, bro. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't even eat food after your weight cut. You can't even drink. What the fuck? You know what I mean? I don't know, man, how much risk was involved for Chris Eubank Jr. I don't know. But what I do know is we got 70 fucking people in the building. So I would like to get 70 likes out for your boy, Rapstar Boxing Knowledge, who's always bringing that smoke and bringing the news and bringing that boxing content. You know what I'm saying? So smash the like button and subscribe to the channel because we will be going live and we'll be touching on this subject later on. We're going to talk about fathers, their sons, and the weight cut. We're going to talk and we're going to put respect on some of these fighters that we lost. How about that one? Rest in peace to Patrick Day. Rest in peace to Patrick Day. At the end of the day, I got mixed emotions as a boxing fan. But at the same time, I don't want to see no boxer get brain damage or dead for our entertainment. I'm not that kind of a man that wants to see a man dead or a man brain damage for our entertainment. I need boxer to go in to a fight which is ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? But yo, you're going to catch your boy Rapstar on the next one. I'm going to get out of here. Let's hope that Chris Eubanks and Conor Benn work this out. But at the same time, no one ain't going to argue with his dad. No one ain't going to argue with his dad. Ain't no one going to say nothing to a kid's father. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let's keep it real. Weight cut is a major thing. And you boxing fans don't respect weight cut. You don't respect the weight cut. We're going to talk about it later. You still slander Teofimo Lopez right now on my chat. You're still slandering Teofimo Lopez, bro. I've seen the chat. We're going to talk about it later. About the weight cut in boxing. And how detrimental would the 3 pounds been for Chris Eubanks Jr. But until then, let's hope we get some new news. And let's hope that they can get this fight somehow behind the scenes, make it work. But until then, your boy Rapstar's out of here. I'll catch you on the next live. Peace out. God bless everyone.